Hello, this is Rory with the Love Chat, and today's topic is I'm angry at my ex. Now, this is video number 113. If you have a question you'd like for me to consider featuring on the channel, please write it in a comment below. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and hit like. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype or email coaching, be sure to visit my website, thelovechat.net/coaching. Now then, I'm angry at my ex. So, across the different stages of grief, one of the steps that we're inevitably going to come into is anger. And this can be irrational anger or just completely plain normal anger. It comes in different flavors for different people. But being angry at your ex is a necessary step for your healing. So I want to say this again. It is completely normal to be angry at your ex. And so many people wonder why they're angry at their ex, and is it a necessary step that they have to go through in order to do that healing? So let's talk about anger for a second and its function. Anger is an impulsive emotion, as we all know, and it's really good at getting us to realize that something is not good with us. It's crossed a line with us, or perhaps it's not agreeable to us. And so think about yourself in the relationship. And think about how many red flags you saw or how many things that happened within the relationship that you excused. So, in my own relationship, my ex was sleeping over another grown woman's house. And because I was in a mode where I was afraid of losing her, the fear of loss that we talk about, I completely ignored it. Now, all of you listening should have been, dude, that was an obvious red flag. That's not cool. You can't let her do that. But you have to understand that when you're in the relationship and when you're fearing losing somebody and you sense them pull away, you're willing to allow much more to go on. And so, yeah, I didn't really feel the anger at that time. And when the breakup finally happened and a couple of weeks went by and I finally entered that angry stage of grief, I did feel really angry, and I thought, well, she's going over another person's house and sleeping with them, not telling me, and then coming back to my house and sleeping with me. What if I had caught a disease? How could she be so selfish? How could she cheat at all? These thoughts never came through my mind during that time. And so then the breakup finally happened, and as I said, I finally hit that anger stage of grief, and I'm just having this irrational, unexplainable anger at my ex. At the time, I wasn't able to stop and think, oh, I'm finally getting angry from all the stuff in the past. And I had a frank discussion with my counselor, and I said, look, this is the woman I've been dating for 10 years, and we were engaged and we were living together. I don't know that I'm so ready to completely let her go and to let all that crumble just because she cheated. And to be honest with you, I don't know how I'm going to win her back if I have all of this anger. And my counselor leaned over and told me, you need to be angry and not cool with what she did and how she acted in order to get any sense of self-respect back. Attraction cannot exist without respect. And so there are many of you today who are feeling angry at your ex. And I'm here to tell you the same thing that my counselor told me all those years ago, which was, allow yourself to be angry at your ex, because you don't want to allow them to walk all over you. If there's anything you should have learned by listening to this channel, it is that you need to have that self-respect. It's okay to be angry. In fact, anger is a sign of healing, and you want to heal, especially if you want to get them back. You want to heal. You do not want to go back with them if you haven't healed, if you haven't learned any sense of self-respect, if you haven't learned how to work on yourself, if you haven't learned how to maintain your individuality. Your ex does not want a puppet. They don't want a version of you they can just have, right? If you want them back, you need to work on you. You need to be okay with getting angry. And a good partner will understand that that good partner will make mistakes sometimes, and as a result, you will be angry. It's okay to have a period where your ex does not know where you're at in the relationship, and vice versa. Sometimes they'll get angry at you, and you need to be okay not resolving it immediately. It's not comfortable. It's a necessary evil. What's really important is what you do with those emotions. Because anger can be a destructive emotion if you allow it, but it can also be a very healing emotion. There are constructive ways to use the energy that anger gives you in order to create your best self. For example, whenever I was angry, I would pick up a guitar, or I would go to the piano, and I would write a song, or I would just, strum really hard or play chords on the piano really hard, and that would make me feel better. Perhaps I would go for a run or work out extra hard at the gym. I moved forward angry, but I moved forward. Using anger destructively is not moving forward, it's moving backwards. And so, sometimes, in a situation where your feelings have been hurt, getting even is not through making the other person's life worse, but through making your life better. The best revenge is living well. That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I would be very grateful if you would subscribe and hit like. Please leave a comment below and tell me what topics you want me to cover in the future. Additionally, if you'd like extra videos every week, private live streams with me, and free copies of my book upon release, just go to my Patreon, www.patreon.com/thelovechat. Until next time.